black. So we're just taking different languages and putting them together to be a little unique, you know.
Okay, that's dope. That's dope. Now I'm sure you looked across the scope of the industry that you're in. You looked at, you know, boxes like Loot Crate and such and so on and so forth. You know, outside of the black aspect of it, what do you think separates OtakuNoir from the rest?
I would say the main thing is customer service. The buck stops here with me, with Kay, with my wife. Any emails, any DMs, things like any concerns of anything, people contact us. We're on it. I mean, I have a customer service background, so I know. And as people who go to conventions, we're all customers, so we know how we want to be treated. So I try to employ that in any transactions we do, any interactions we do. You mentioned the other mystery box companies like Loot Crate. At one time, it was Funko had a mystery box.
Yeah.
I know Famicom Online to call this Loot Crate but blacker. and I mean I take that as a compliment. I mean, I don't know where Loot Crate is, what they're doing now, but I think what our aspect is, if you take away us focusing on on a community that doesn't get as much shine as they should, I think we still have a unique project here. We have a unique item here as far as mystery boxes that you're going to get content that you're not normally going to get in the stores. A lot of the independent creators that we work with don't have the ability to put something inside of a Barnes and Nobles, inside of a Midtown Comics, or inside the local comic book shop. So instead of selling it directly at the vendors, at New York Comic Con, Anime Expo, or DreamCon, we are another outlet for them to get their stuff out there to further broaden their audience base.
That's awesome. I really like how you put that too, because with the focus on the independent guys out there, you know, we have people who creating their own comics, creating their own artwork, you know, creating their own jewelry and crafts and things of that nature, and they might not ever see light of day. You know, people who just create things, just, you know, they sell, you know, at a little mall kiosk in a little town of nowhere where you never be from. But, you know, thanks to guys like yourself who create these boxes and create those opportunities, we get them all to the masses. And I think that's a beautiful thing.
I think, and what I enjoy about your boxes is your cap. I enjoy everything about the boxes, number one. But you have the cosplay calendar, and I think it's just cool when I've taken my calendar, I hang it up, and I know who that is. I know who that. Hey, they're new. Let's see what they're about, you know. And here's the thing: he was putting Juneteenth on the calendar before everybody else.
Get that right, y'all. Get that right.
No, it's sometimes you got to be proactive with it. You know, no one's going to do it if you don't. I mean, we can't sit back here as people of color. We can't sit back here and wait for those who have the ability to put things out there to the masses to give us some shine. Right. I mean, granted, a white guy done trademarked the word Juneteenth, and Walmart they got their little Juneteenth stuff inside there. But for us, it has a lot more weight to it. Right. So if you look at it, actually, give me a second. I'm gonna go get the calendar. So for those who haven't seen the calendar, show it on the screen.
Yes.
This must be a DYSG exclusive for you.
Oh shit! Hey, sometimes they happen to me. I don't know why, but they do happen, and when they do happen, I accept them. While he's going to get that calendar, y'all, shout out to everybody checking in. Oh man, the IG's over there doing this thing. Shout out to Midnight Comics checking in. McDuffie, my man, what's going on? Shout out to you, my boy, checking in. Yo, I do be enjoying every year the cosplay calendar. I do be enjoying it because it gives me more people to follow. Yeah, there have been some months where I didn't want to, I didn't want to turn it, but that's just that's just how your boy is.
Look, it's somewhere here in this New York apartment. I have it somewhere here. I had it up, but I took it down to edit some stuff on it, but it's here. But either way, like for example, July 4th, I just call it Fireworks Day. I don't call it. We don't call it President's Day. We call it Dead President's Day. We got Juneteenth. We got Indigenous Peoples Day. We're not doing Columbus Day.
We do not do that here.
No,
we don't do that here. The little thing. Like, I think we added for the 2025 calendar. I wanted to do. We started adding photos to certain days, like Mario. We have Mario Day, Goku Day, Earth Day. We put Toph on it. I wanted to put a picture of Piccolo for Father's Day, but I was like, you know what?
Hey. That'd have been a good joke. That'd have been a good joke.
I mean, we'll take it. It hasn't really been up for debate.
Look, listen. I can't speak for every Blerd out there, but look, if you get the joke, then you're in on the joke. If you don't get it, then I'm sorry.
Here's a hint. Blerd's Eye did something like that several years ago, and it still shows up from time to time. And the collective is pretty much like, yeah, there's no debate.
I mean, no one's going to debate that. He was a better father than Goku ever would be. So
yeah, I mean, if you get hurt about that, I'm sorry, you're not in on the joke. That's just how it is. Sorry, there's no Piccolo in your life, but I apologize.
There's no Piccolo in your life.
Exactly.
Look, we're still. They're like, is he black? I'm like, look, anytime you see Goku and Vegeta fighting Broly, and they show up at Piccolo's house, and he's like, look here, man, I ain't got nothing to do with that. That's black.
It's pretty much a written rule. If you see anybody green in DBZ, they're black. Shout the Pycon. Shout the Pycon too. He was black too. And you know what? Even though he was purple, shout the Hit because he was black. Piccolo, Pycon, and Hit were all black.
That we don't too much fight. Like Piccolo, no, he's brother. He's a brother. We don't care who voices. He's a brother.
Yeah, there's certain anime characters. There's no debate on if they're black or not.
Yeah,
exactly. Oh man, but that was a good though. So with the surprise, the mystery box that you put out is it every month or is it every 2 months?
Every quarter. So every 3 months. So the next box, actually the Ozzy box. This is actually let's see if I could unblur it, but basically pretty much the Ozzy box is going to be our last box. Well, this is the last week to order the Ozzy box. So we got I know Ozzy already put it out there. We got some prints, some cards that he has not released yet. So if you've been to BlerdCon, if you've been to DreamCon, there's going to be some cards that you've seen there that they're not in the box. There's stuff that you haven't seen at his booth that's going to be in the box. There's going to be minifigs that if you stop by our booth in BlerdCon or any other conventions, we haven't put these figures out before. Certain figures that we're going to have in that box that's going to be related to the artwork. We haven't put out this, so no. I know Chris has several minifigs.
You have to get on that. Got to get on that. I'm telling you.
I know he has several minifigs in his possession.
Oh yeah. They're all like lined up with the rest
in the background.
Yeah.
I got the Ozzy. This is the lanyard and badge. It's gonna come with it. I don't know if I could see it there. And then the lanyard also. It's got. I mean, I don't know if I could zoom in or not, but it's got the watermarks with some of his artwork inside the lanyard as well.
Yo, shout out to Ozzy Osbourne, man. That dude is amazingly talented. Talented. Shout out to you, my bro.
From people from the lowest of, I guess, Blerds to the highest of known Blerds, I should say. The lowest known Blerds to the highest known Blerds. They mess with Ozzy.
Yeah. Anytime you got the voice of Vegeta telling you your shit is the shit, I mean, what more of a cosign do you need than that?
Meg the Stallion?
I take it.
What just happened?
I take it.
I was like, that's a good cosign. You can get a house and a car over there.
That's what's up. So Anif, with the mystery boxes, I mean, each one, of course, has its own theme. Have there been themes that you have loved more than others? And have there been any that you put a theme out where you're like, that was a miss?
Not so much a miss. I think we've had themes where I felt like we could have either added more or tweaked it. a little bit better. But the difficult part when making mystery boxes is knowing your limit. I would love to give our audience, our customers, an abundance of items, collectibles, any books, artwork, anything like that. However, we're not in the business of not making money.
Exactly.
So you have to. It's a hard line to try to figure out when you want to stop putting content in the box. So I think for me, my favorite box is the fantasy box. Our first of soon to be many more fantasy boxes. Our Blerd of the Ring box. I think that was my favorite box. I'm not sure if that one. We created an entire world with a map, a travel guide, had a coin. It came with a deck of cards that each of the royal houses was a different race of beings inside this fantasy world, and they were all peoples of color. The only ones lacking melanin were the orcs. Flipped it on that one. But yeah, I think that was my favorite box.
That's when I got in on it. Can we get more of those coins? Yo, those coins, I was feeling the type of way, man.
Yeah, the coins were very popular. We're trying to figure out how we want to implement the coins. And we want to do different currency for each part of the world. That's something that we've talked about. Like if we do another fantasy box where we can just do some smaller maps based on certain cities in that world and currency of that town, of that whatever village, we can do currency for it. It's, again, we have ideas upon ideas. It's just when we're going to put it to fruition. We got some things in the heater.
Listen, if there's anybody whose G drive I'm trying to hack, it's Hanif's, because I know them.
Let me disconnect.
I know them ideas is crazy, boy. I know they are.
Look, I'm about to let all this nerd out of me, but I seriously for like a week was carrying that coin in my pocket, like any day. So a portal's gonna open up and be like, "You can't pass." And I'm like, "I got payment. Let me in."
See, you probably think like me too, but like, see, if Hanif put something like really cool, like a coin that I don't know, it might look like a power coin. I'm gonna keep that thing on me. You know what I'm saying? It's
you never know. You just
we may have to use a coin where it'll be like you bringing it to the convention. We at the convention. That's like the secret word. Okay, you get the special stuff. You can come off to the side, show us the coin. You get some of the special stuff. That we may have
it's like pulling out a draw 4. This is like bam, trap card.
Exactly. I feel like I'm part of the Illuminati.
Mm-hmm. Where'd you get that? You gotta be a Blerd to get this. You gotta be.
It's a special room inside the room at BlerdCon. You only get in if you flash your coin. Like,
they got the coin. Okay, come on in.
Excuse me.
Coin.
Right this way.
Say less. Come on through. Come on. Move to open the velvet rope. Come on through.
Yes, the velvet rope.
So, speaking of me hacking this G drive, what sort of themes or collaborations can we look forward to for the mystery boxes in the future?
Well, like I said, the Ozzy Osbourne one, that's one that we've been working to collaborate with Ozzy for a while. So we're happy to pair up with him to put this box out. Our next box, which is an Omaki box, which is Omaki is Japanese for bonus, which is also coming out in October. The last day to order that one would be in September. That's going to be our first spooky season box. We posted the pictures of the box online. Unfortunately, I don't have the physical box to show everyone here, but it's going to be similar to our Galaxy box that we did. It's going to be a smaller quantity of items. It's only going to be $45. We already got some exclusive cover art for some comics that's going to be in this box. So if you've got this comic book, this is going to be a whole new cover that you don't get. It's going to have the OtakuNoir exclusive logos on it. We also have some minifigs, again, spooky season minifigs that we have not put out before. Actually, I'm going to show you guys one of them now. Let me just get it here. If I can show this.
Mm-hmm. See, he had me hooked when he started talking about variants. He had me hooked.
Yeah.
So, I'm going to say, I
didn't even know what he was doing.
Yo,
I got a spooky. I got a zombie Deadpool here. I'm not sure if you can see it too much. It comes off with the mask comes off, but the head is all zombified. Just one. That's just one of the many zombie characters that we're going to have inside the box. And I don't remember the young lady's name, but she came to our table during BlerdCon. If you're watching this, thank you for the great idea. She asked if we can make minifigs into keychains. So we're going to have a minifig keychain, not of Zombie Deadpool, but of a different zombified character as a keychain. And a few other things in there. Again, it's a spooky season box, so we're only making 24 boxes. That's another thing with the special bonus box. We only do a small run. We don't want to be waiting for people to place orders, so we just do a small run of 24 pieces, and after that, that's it. No.
Geek by heart, you know what to do. Griota horror, you know what to do. This is the captain speaking.
you got until the end of, hopefully, I mean, I'd like to say they sell out before the end of September, but the end of September is when we stop taking orders for the box, and the box will come out in October.
Yo, so those are gonna be dope. You first of all, you was teasing me by saying you got some variant covers, so
we got a variant cover of some comic books. Again, these are all independent creators of color that we try to collaborate with them. Our main thing is when you have these boxes, you open up, you want to have that feel of you at a Comic-Con. You get the lanyard, you get the badges, you get the stickers, you get the artwork, you get the books. Similar to you go to DreamCon, you go back to the hotel, you open up your bag, you'll see what you get, you pour it on the bed, and all the kind of stuff you have. That's what OtakuNoir is. You open up the box, all this kind of stuff you're gonna get inside the box.
It's like a haul every quarter.
Exactly, you got a haul. Yeah.
Like the spooky box you had last year, which had
the horror noir.
Yeah, the horror noir that paid homage in the cereal box that paid homage to Vampire in Brooklyn.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
The first thing my wife said is there actual cereal in there? And I said, I wish. I wish.
Maybe one day we can collaborate with, if there's a Black-owned cereal company out there that wants to collaborate with us, we'll be happy to make a little mini cereal box or something like that. But for right now, the boxes will remain just collectible items. But I'm glad you mentioned the Frosted Fangs, the ode to Vampire in Brooklyn, because for each purchase of a spooky season box, we will be giving you one of the Frosted Fangs boxes. So you get this box for free plus spooky season box. So again, we only got 24 of them. I suggest if you want to take a look at it, you might want to pick one up.
Yes. Calling Eddie Murphy and Queen Angela Bassett to the stage, please.
Yes.
Look, everybody else might hate that movie.
Look,
we love that movie. We love that movie.
Chris has the clout and the following to shout them out and maybe get them on the show. I'll take Kadeem Hardison. I'm not picky.
Okay.
It's.
I was trying to see if I could get the brains behind the organization to come onto camera, but she said no, thank you.
Aw, that's okay. We still appreciate all that you do anyway.
If you stop by our table during any of the conventions, you more than likely met her in person, but she doesn't want to be on camera.
Absolutely. Wonderful lady. Wonderful lady. So as far as the collaborations go, we understand that there is a new collaboration for OtakuNoir. Let's talk about that. What's the new collaboration we got going on?
Yes, I'm not sure if anyone's heard, but we are collaborating with Blerd Station. So we will be partnering with being a strategic partner with Blerd Station. We want to be able to provide all their investors, all of their members with something tangible. I think from a consumer standpoint, a lot of people are excited about what the beta is going to look like, what it's going to look like once it's officially released. But sometimes people are hesitant to jumping on board if they can't have something physically in their hands. So we want to be able to be that appendage of Blerd Station where we can reach out to their audience and provide them with something. Whether it's a physical copy of one of those webtoon comics that's going to be on their streaming service. Maybe there's collectibles that's based upon one of the many videos, many movies that's going to be on their channel. Maybe Vigilante is going to be on there, so we maybe get some autographed stuff from Cleo to be inside of a box. I mean, these are just ideas right now that's we're working on trying to solidify. But I'm going to let people know that whatever we provide for Blerd Station, it's going to be exclusive to Blerd Station. Like, you're not going to be able to get in these as overages or anything that's going to be at a convention or even on the OtakuNoir. This is going to be something exclusive for Blerd Station. So we want to make sure that people reach out to blerdstation.com, sign up, and you're going to really be grateful for the boxes and the content that we're going to provide to everybody.
That's an amazing thing, man. Yeah, I can only speak for myself and maybe a few others. What Blerd Station is doing is unprecedented, and it's only going to become greater the closer we get to come, within the next few years or so. I knew what drew me into becoming a part of it, but when you were presented with what Blerd Station is, what it represents here, what attracted you, or I say, what attracted OtakuNoir to want to become a part of this movement here?
Well, I have met Kevin, and I've met Demetrius a few years back. Because actually, Demetrius was in our first calendar. I think this was 2022. 2021, Demetrius was in our first calendar. So we continued to talk, but as he introduced me to Kevin at J1Con last year, and they kind of laid out the plan of what they want to do with Blerd Station, that sent my radars off. Like, this is something that's great that people need to know about and definitely jump on board. And I was really excited to try to pitch our own ideas as to how we can collaborate, how we can provide our services to their organization, to Blerd Station. And I mean, I'm glad they saw the same vision that we had, and I'm glad they agreed to it. And we're looking really excited to let everyone know what's down the line for us.
Got it. Blerd Station is definitely doing some great things. I can't wait for that first Blerd Station OtakuNoir mystery box. I can just see it coming with DVD exclusives, behind the scenes stuff, autographs. From people on set. It's gonna be an amazing thing. And
I have the Cheshire grin on my face because it's news and media director for Blerd Station. I'm just kind of like, I'll have that, and I'll have some of that, and some of this. I'll have some of that as well. You know how Ice Cube was on 22 Jump Street. Give me some green beans.
Exactly. Like, listen.
You crashing on the green beans.
Listen. I have fully embraced nepotism, and I feel like I've reached a point in my life now where I don't want to pay for shit no more. So I feel like, once we get to this point where Blerd Station is doing its thing and me being a part of it, like, I'm me. Give it to me. Like, that's how I'm gonna feel. I'm me. But until we get to that point, I'll continue to support out of the pockets to things like Blerd Station and, of course, OtakuNoir quarterly. And then, of course, Blerd Station monthly. Because I am a subscriber, and you should be too. So for those of you who are not,
definitely check out blerdstation.com.
Go to blerdstation.com. Please subscribe. You will definitely be glad you did, because what we got coming for y'all, I'm telling you, like, I can only put into so many words of what my brain can muster together of what Blerd Station is doing and what it's going to do, not just as a streaming and media platform, but just what it's doing for Black creators. Listen, y'all, do that. Blerdstation.com. Please subscribe.
You don't know.
Yeah, you really don't know what you're missing. And when they get here, you can be like, oh, this what y'all been doing the whole time? Yes, nigga, this is what we've been doing the whole time.
We told y'all, and you didn't believe us.
That's me, my answer. Like, oh, it was like that? Yes, nigga, it was like that. It's been like that.
Oh, it is. It's something to behold, and great to be a part of. And Nick's like, we have seen, and we have seen some Black creatives in this space that makes us look at Hollyweird and say, do you understand this is what we're looking for? It's not hard. It's not hard.
Yeah.
It's really not. As a matter of fact, the stuff that we want from the certain creators, instead of y'all trying to do it, just go get them. They're doing it now.
Yeah.
You know, if you want Black speculative fiction, if you want the writers, they're already here. Hire them. If you want the animators, if you want the set designers, if you want the people who put together the costumes. First of all, I feel like if you're going to try to reach a Black audience and you want to get costume designers who are looking to get their foot in the door and you don't hire cosplayers, what the fuck is wrong?
Yeah.
When I say I've seen cosplayers that look like us do a better job at practical makeup and effects.
Yeah.
If balling on the budget was a physical thing.
What he said. And listen, I personally am going to make it my life's mission. I won't say my life's mission necessarily. It's definitely going to be part of the mission that, you know, when you go to like the award shows and they give you little swag bags at the end. Thank you for coming. Listen, y'all already know DYSG Awards. At some point, it's got to be a live event. And when it becomes a live event, when we say thank you for coming, here's your OtakuNoir surprise box for DYSG.
Let's go. It's gonna be like the Cos Gala, like the DYSG gala, awards and everything.
So yeah.
And guess what? You don't have to wear a stuffy suit. You can wear graphic tees.
Yes.
Yes.
Exactly. It still look good.
All good. It's like the Source Awards, but nerdy as fuck. And less drama. Yeah.
Yeah, less drama. Much less drama.
We ain't gonna have nobody fighting because if you throw a punch, I'm throwing one.
So yeah,
and I promise you, mine will be the last one thrown. I ain't say it's gonna hurt the worst, but it's gonna be the last one thrown. That's for sure.
Man. It's definitely great to be a part of something with Blerd Station.
Yes.
And having Hanif and his team aboard. Yeah, I'm telling you, if you have never received a box, like if you we've all seen Loot Crate, we've all participated in Loot Crate at some point. But like I said, I just got wind of OtakuNoir last year, year before, 2 years. So it's been 2 years. And haven't been disappointed yet.
And won't.
I've gotten boxes and I'm like, I'm wearing this shirt tomorrow. I'm literally wearing this shirt tomorrow. Oh, look at it. This year alone, you know, Blerd Station had their live stream event at BlerdCon. Shout out to my man on the ground, the boots on the ground, Tafari TV. He said, "Does everybody have lanyards?" I said, "I got plenty of lanyards. I got plenty." I was like, "I will bring them." He's like, "Where from?" I was like, "OtakuNoir. I got a couple of them on me right now." I'm like, "They're in the bag. So if y'all need one," I had a young lady at the job I'm working at. She was like, "Hey, I know them."
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's always an amazing thing when you see people, when you're just out in public and you have something. Like I had my laptop at a coffee shop, because that's what you do when you have a laptop with stickers on it. You go to coffee shop, so everybody can see your shit. And somebody recognized 8's logo on my laptop. It was like, "Oh, I know that's Crazy 8, right?" I was like, yeah. I'm like, "You listen to him?" Like, "Yeah, man, this song." I was like, "Yo, that's crazy." But yeah, it's always a good thing, man. Always a good thing to see, you know, us being recognized outside of just our own little tribe and niche groups like BlerdCon and DreamCon and such. It's always a great thing. I love to see when that happens. I love that.
Yeah.
Shout out to Safari TV checking in. What up, my boy? What up, my boy? Everybody over there on Instagram. Shout out to Stag Jones checking in. Midnight Comics back in. Pirate Monkey 76. Blerd Official.
Midnight Comics is there. Okay, what's up? What's going on, Midnight Comics?
Boy, I've seen some hard. I've seen some hard-working Blerd owned comics.
Yes,
Midnight Comics.
Fire.
Yo, fire. I'm almost to the point. I'm like, slow down. No, don't slow down. Don't slow down.
Well, for those who got our BlerdCon box, we had Midnight Comics inside of our BlerdCon box. So shout out to them. Thank you for allowing us to add their creativity to our mystery box. So thank you again.
Look, between them and Concrete, I'm just like,
man.
Like I think y'all have to realize that niggas have bills, and I really, really, really want to support, but I can't support the way I want to because
they can't read in the
dark. Like, look, you either eat the value meal or you don't eat the value meal. I'm just saying.
Exactly. Like, listen, I can't be waking up, Friday morning making life decisions. Okay, do I get this Kickstarter? Or do I put gas in my car?
How long can I get there? Is it okay?
Let me check the train schedule. Maybe they run on time today, because I can get a token and still get to work and get this.
And everybody's happy. I'm like, I saved gas. I've helped the Kickstarter, and I got to work on time. You see?
Exactly. Everybody wins.
Everybody wins.
And this is totally not a true story. It's just y'all know. Totally not a true story.
Shout out to Lloyd and Natasha. There's nothing like watching them do it live or anything. And as they're doing their live, they're discussing new ideas. And then not that one, but this one. And I'm like,
we have ideas and whatnot. That I know Nick's asked a while back about when are we doing another villains box. I think he asked about that a while back. That's
I mean,
it's out. It's on the calendar. I'll put it's on the calendar.
Peace is violent. I don't want peace. I want problems always.
You get to a certain point in life where you realize that are they really the villain? Are they just misunderstood? Doom doesn't want to destroy the world. It was foolish. However, he does want to rule it, and I can.
Well, it depends on what version of Doom you're talking about. You're talking about Robert Downey Jr. Doom or real Victor Von Doom.
We're gonna go with real Victor right now. I want to see what RDJ brings to the table.
He's the dude disguised as a dude who played another dude,
and it works.
You
people. I've had plenty of people ask me, "Hey man, what do you think about that whole RDJ cast?" And I say, "I will reserve judgment until I see the movie." I'm like, but what you think? Like, you will not get me out here like that. I will reserve judgment till I see the movie because I am often wrong. I am the same person. I am the same person who back in what was it in 2000? Was it 2009?
The Heath Ledger for Joker.
Yes, I thought
the same thing too. I'm like, this guy's not going to do it. What is this going to do?
How fucking wrong were we?
Yeah. I'm standing on the air of history, on the right of history, and I'm saying we've seen this happen before. We've seen Chris Evans play two different characters.
So Chris wasn't bad in either character. The movie itself was bad. He wasn't bad as Johnny Storm.
Right.
Exactly.
So I'm like, I will take this. I am very much. I am open. I was one of the ones when Batfleck was named, and I said, give him a chance, let him redeem himself. And boy, did he.
I would have liked to see the Dark Knight Returns with Batfleck. I mean, they can cross it over with him versus J-Lo as Harley Quinn if they want to. That'd be something interesting. Adds a little bit more drama to the movie.
He's gonna be so stressed.
Look, at this point, that's a whole different movie, especially them with them divorcing again. That's a whole different movie, my boy. It's a whole different movie.
He learned his lesson the first time.
He was like that meme of him smoking a cigarette in the alley. That's why I didn't do it.
Couldn't help yourself, could you? GBD told y'all this shit 30 years ago, and you still ain't listening.
I think she has as many rings as Thanos now. They said so.
She does. She does.
She has
the
two.
full set.
She has
got
two
the set.
Infinity Gauntlets. She's got two.
It's inevitable.
She got
Somewhere Matt Damon is just like,
I told you.
You always got that one boy who's right. He's just like, well, I'm telling you,
it'll be.
Beers, beers will be waiting when you're done, Ben.
Yeah. Come and sit with us. Come on, right here. We kept your seat warm for you while you were gone.
Say it was the Dunkin' Donuts commercial, wasn't it? No.
Yeah, it had to be. It was you and Ice Spice. So it had to be. It had to be.
Oh my God.
Hey, my man. So I'm getting to a few other questions here that we had that are a little more fun, a little more lighthearted that I usually ask all of my guests. So, my mans, what's a common or popular geek/nerd opinion that you don't subscribe to? For example, there's a plethora of people out there. I'm not sure what we'll call them. We'll just call them, I don't know, mouth breathers. And they say that the Marvels was a horrible movie. And I just don't subscribe to that opinion.
I was gonna say, is this a roundtable discussion? Because look, we've waxed poetic on the ship about this one.
I wouldn't say the Marvels was a horrible movie. I would say something that I don't as well. I would have to agree with Room Full of Blerds if she's there. Shout out to Room Full of Blerds, where she says One Piece is a cult. Now, mind you, I'm not up to episode 1,000 or 1,200, wherever they are now. I'm still in the low. I think I'm in the mid 300s, and it's a struggle, man. It's a struggle. Oh man, it's a struggle. I'm pushing through, but I'm like this. It's gotta be a better way.
There's ways to do it. I'm gonna get Lady M. I swear to God, I'm gonna get her.
Now, I definitely agree with you, but I feel like personally, just being an anime blerd, period, is a cult. Because
there's factions.
There are factions, there are subgroups. There are
not the subgroups.
There's an A string and a B string. There's JV. There's varsity, but it's like they definitely out there.
Look, my son is the one when I really started getting into it, and I said I might watch Naruto. He said, "Don't, Dad. It's too much." So I went to One Piece. I am literally current. It's just
the Bama Blerd. The One Piece.
The One Piece is the way of life.
So is fitness. So is Islam, my dude.
One Piece is a way of life.
So is Islam.
But I said, well, I'll go to One Piece, and he's like, wait, you did that? I'm like, yeah, I put it like this. Hellspawn did it. I'm like, I can do this. There's levels. I can do this. Can I commit that kind of time to Naruto? No, I can't. It's only so much. The band.
But there's less episodes in Naruto than I mean, you should be able to bang that out pretty quick.
Okay.
Sounds like a challenge.
I gotta rewind real quick. I missed this comment on the YouTube. Shout out to
Jalen has a bootleg cover to dark on that one, so she saw looking.
Yo,
that's one. Is that one of them New York bootlegs?
It's gotta be
one of them joints.
You know, back when she was in the Bronx, when she was poor, you know. I'm like, J-Lo, no one cares. No one.
Who are you?
That part.
Hey, J-Lo, I don't. No one cares. Okay, no one cares anymore.
This is where I grew up. Is it? I've been here my whole life.
Like when it comes to the J-Los and the Jay-Z's, look, stop talking about how you used to be poor. You're so far removed from that shit now. Like, no scandal could fuck up your money.
You have
Nothing.
your assistants have a system.
And
That's how
Jay-Z, you
far away
fought your
from
sister,
reality you are.
and your sister-in-law almost gave you a nice two-piece, and you still bounce back.
You deeply upset both of Matthew Knowles' daughters, and still they managed to keep your bag. Come on, what?
You, sir, are lucky.
Like, stop telling me about your struggles. I don't want to hear about that no more. You're so far removed from it.
Yeah.
And J-Lo, I'm not sure if you even struggled, because no one can say like they seen you before. No one.
She struggled to get people to be in her movie, but other than that,
Jenny from the block. What block? Name it. Give me 2 streets right now. What corner? Give me the streets.
She's gonna say South End Bronx.
I know, right? South End Bronx.
She doesn't know. She's yeah. Like I said, she's removed from reality. It's
I was always on Sedgwick. Oh yeah, really?
Mm-hmm. Sure. And no one can co-sign this. No
one's around to co-sign it. Like
no one knows about this.
Like not one person. No one at all.
So since we got on the topic of One Piece being a cult, or just anime nerds, period. What's a favorite fandom of yours, and what fandom do you find utterly toxic?
I would say Star Wars is a toxic fandom, because if it ain't a white guy leading the role, it's how they use the woke with the hard R, but
man.
I mean, and that's not to say that the stuff is not things are perfect and they don't they just don't see the vision. There's problems there, but the way they get so toxic with criticizing stuff or DMing these celebrities that are inside the movies and being so negative about certain things, that causing them to log off of social media for good, it's not that serious.
Listen, I don't understand a fandom where the entire lore of it, you guys are willing to accept humanoids of any color except black.
Melanin don't exist in outer space. It's like you have a 7-foot-tall Wookiee, but lo and don't let there be a black Jedi. Oh Lord, what are we doing?
Like you accept whites, greens, reds,
not browns and high yellows. We got to draw the line somewhere.
Browns and yellows. That's right. It's so bad.
But we're not wrong. That's how it is.
It's so bad that they are like, because we can say, okay, we didn't like this particular show or this film because this shouldn't have went this way or this went this way. Not because of the acting. It's never been because of the actors or the actresses. It's never been because it's like, that probably shouldn't have went that way. Oh, you mean they were black? See, I wasn't thinking about that.
Yeah. They'll say that since it's been with Disney, they Disneyfied Star Wars, so now it's more diverse. Like, you were in outer space with thousands of other species of aliens that they represented in the Intergalactic Council in the Senate, but now you got some brown people that's in front of the camera for more than 5 minutes.
If you're gonna hate the black actors and actresses, or just the actors and actresses of color within Star Wars, have a good reason. I didn't like Jar Jar Binks because he was fucking annoying.
Yeah,
not because he was voiced by a black man. I didn't even know that shit until the third movie.
I don't know. I knew after the first movie, but I didn't like him when I saw the first movie. I was like, I didn't like the Misa say. I'm like, well, this sounds a little too close to home. I remember being in the theater. I'm like, yo, is this nigga Conan? No,
I can't even want to hear it. I can't be the only one.
I used to say, I'm like, oh man.
Like, oh, whoa.
All his eyes need to do is get real wide, real quick.
Yeah,
And get one of those.
There's just certain things that
Like when you come dark,
and you're right. There are two levels of, I don't want to say toxicity.
Mm-hmm.
There's a level of disdain, and then there's the level of toxicity. You cannot like the prequels because the way they look. They don't age well. Story-wise, fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
But if you look at them, they don't age well. Why didn't they age well? Well, they were just starting to play around with CGI then. Yeah. So they were just like we're going to be the first ones out. Yeah, we're going to be out there running this thing. And like you watch them now, like on any cable network or anything, or DVD, or play it back on digital. You're just like, wow, the visuals did not age well. The story did just fine though. Yeah. Like, and shout out to Hayden Christensen and Ewan McGregor.
And for a while, I didn't like Hayden because his granted, it's part of his character, the Anakin character, but I felt like he was whining all the time. But I guess if you step back and look at it away from him, the actor, and just look at Anakin, it's like, okay, because he's a young kid who grew up pretty much with nothing, and now he's given these opportunities, and they remove him from not being able to be, on the council, and he's whining. It's like, he's just as bad as Jar Jar. I'm not here for whining. I understand it though. Yeah.
And you know what? He's another one. Anakin, I don't want to hear about your struggles. You're the greatest Jedi of all time. I don't want to hear about your struggles. You're so far removed from that now. I don't want to hear about that.
It was just one thing you couldn't get, and you said, "I'm going to go get it anyway." You got it, and then you went off the deep end.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you got your piece and lost your mind. I mean, what am I?
I mean, can we really?
He had that Padme real quick, and then he lost his mind. He didn't know what to do with himself.
Because somewhere Mace Windu was like, I knew that boy was gonna do that. I told him.
I mean, listen, how many of us, and let's be real, how many of us have hopped on the FT? How many of us have hopped on the FTK train after some cheeks?
It's like, you can't tell me nothing.
Lunchables.
I done got me a cougar.
Mama said you can't have your snacks. Fuck your snacks. These are my snacks now.
Are you sipping that juice box?
How many of us?
That was that scene when he goes in there with the younglings. That was like, these are my fruit snacks now. That was a fruit snack.
Right?
Moment.
That's what that was.
That was a fruit snacks moment.
It's like Tafari said, the galaxy fell because one guy got laid. That's pretty much what it is.
That's my Capri Sun.
Have that no more. He said, "Oh,
not
no,
anymore."
Okay, I respect that. I personally thought Jar Jar was annoying, but I respect anybody who has an unpopular opinion. I respect that, especially if you voice it. I respect that.
Yeah, I mean, he was the comedy of the series of the prequels, and I felt like I didn't need that because to me, I guess the original ones that you and I we grew up with watching, the comedy was what the bumbling of C-3PO. Always trying to be proper and no one really taking him serious. Now we get Jar Jar. He's like everywhere and he's stumbling, bumbling, and he ain't smart. It's like, come on, I don't want that. I don't want that.
Yeah, exactly. All right, Hanif, let's just say, for example, Hollywood decided to produce the documentary of OtakuNoir, showcasing its rise to greatness, becoming the billion-dollar company that's going to become in like 2050, right? And they got to cast somebody to play you. You can't play yourself, but you have the say-so of who portrays you on screen. Who would you pick?
I'll go with my fellow Queens, New York native. I'll have Nas play me. And he did Belly. I'll have Nas play me.
Ooh, okay.
I'll have Nas play me.
Okay. And people slept on Nas and Belly, man, but Nas did his thing. Like he wasn't acting. He was being
He's being real. I think
he was being real.
Like, give me the lines, but I'm gonna emote this as I am, and I think that's what makes it feel more realistic.
I like it. Shout out to Nas, man. I would love Nas, if you're watching, man. I would love to interview you one day for sure. I would love to have that honor. I'd probably be fangirling the whole time, but I would love to be able to get that interview out of you, my boy, for sure. Shout out to everybody checking out over there on the gram, Relly Rails, Stuff Crust, my cuzzo, D Stone Bull, Iceman Hickey, everybody checking in over there. Appreciate y'all for checking in on IG for this amazing interview with my man of great prominence. $1 million company in 2050, OtakuNoir, my man Hanif. Now we can't call ourselves nerds or blerds if we don't ask one of the most popular questions of all time. Now, just so you know, the answer to this question, the worst answer is flight. Can't say flight because it's the worst answer. But if you could have any superpower, what would it be and why?
Time travel.
Time travel. Okay. You want to mess some stuff up. I see what you're trying to do.
I mean, I don't want to sit on the throne like Loki and just watch time go by. I want to be able to go through the timeline. And, well, I'm not going to mess stuff up. I'm going to correct things. That's all.
Correct things.
Correcting the timeline.
Sounds very villainous of you. Said correct some things. Okay, all right.
Make a few changes here and there.
You know what's crazy? I was watching this documentary on Hulu. It was about this festival that took place in 1969 in Harlem. It happened the same day as the moon landing, and it was a one stop, and it was taped.
I think you know what you're talking about. It's like a soul concert, like a soul,
and it happened in Harlem, and it was taped, and the tape was like buried or like put on like shelves like 50 years, and no one ever saw it.
Really?
So my wife and I watched the documentary and watched the festival, and I'm like, you know what? If they ever invent time travel, one of my first stops is to that festival, because the lineup they had, my boy, oh my God. Like they had David Ruffin fresh off of Breaking Up the Temptations. They had Mahalia Jackson singing Lord Take My Hand, being backed up by God, who's she being backed up by? I'll Take You There, the lead singer.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, she was backing up. Stevie was opening and closing act. It was like, yo,
opening and closing.
Like it's like the Roots picnic.
Yeah. And what's crazy is the documentary was released by Questlove.
That's a Mavis Staples. Okay.
Yeah, Mavis Staples. Thank you. Yo, that was an insane little concert. I said, yo, they ever invent time travel. That's my first one of my first stops. I got to see that.
Seeing everybody talks about the time, or everybody talks about the moon landing, nobody knows about the soul concert. God, dog.
Exactly. Like, and you know what? I see why no one knew about it, because it happened at the same time as the fucking moon landing and Woodstock. Like all that shit was going on.
But they wasn't going to be televising that on TV back in the days.
True.
But the black people in Harlem singing and dancing, they go that or the moon landing. Let's see what they're going to do.
Got a point there.
I can see the time travel slip on back there just far enough and just
time travel. You mentioned going to see that festival. I'd probably see if I could sneak in and catch a Prince show live. So check the Michael Jackson show live.
I want to go to the show where Prince and Michael Jackson were performing.
I want to go back in time to see the thing when Michael Jackson said that Prince tried to run him over with a car. I want to see this. Like the thing, like the Chappelle show. Like I want to be like in the bushes watching them play basketball with Charlie Murphy kind of thing. Like this is my time travel.
Like I want to pull up the Studio 54 and be there that night when like okay, so there go Prince, there go Shalimar. Okay, there go. Yep, it's this night happened. I gotta show up.
And I got the pancake. I knew it.
I gotta show up that night. I gotta show up.
It sounds like use it that way, just for entertainment purposes.
For entertainment purposes. No. We're not. I say correcting things, but it's more for entertainment purposes.
Yeah,
Yeah, you don't want to Barry Allen the thing.
Look,
No.
Y'all can say it all y'all want to, but look, if I go back in time, I'm pulling my father to the side and like, listen, here's $100, and you're gonna put all of that towards a stock. It's called Apple.
I say put in some NVIDIA or Amazon. You don't even have to go that far back.
Don't ask no questions. Just do it.
No questions.
Whatever you had planned, continue on. Just add this to the itinerary.
Yes.
And think. Just put it back there and think nothing of it. Just nothing.
Mm-hmm.
The whole $100. Just drop it and then walk away.
I would even go back and find teenage me. Hey, come here. Here's $100. Go put that on a stock. It's called Google.
Yeah. Even though you say Netflix. Yeah, put it on Netflix.
Yeah, I mean, shit. I would love to go back just 5 years ago and Bogart Beyonce from taking all the fucking stock when Uber went public.
I do one better. I go back a few years before the pandemic and buy some Bitcoin. And right when it was bubbling during the pandemic, and just sell it.
And it was crazy. Beyonce knew what she was doing. She's talking about, I don't want a check. Pay me in equity. I'm like, no, bitch, take the check. I'm trying to get paid too. Take the check. I'm trying to get paid too.
But so Cat Yellow Ranger said to create portals or create force fields. The portals to where though? Are these just random portals? Is it like the Rick and Morty portal gun kind of thing, or is this?
Oh man!
If my force fields can lift me and move objects, give me the force fields.
Okay.
If that's the option, then give me the force fields.
Just seeing the makeup of what happens when you go into portals, Rick and Morty style, and then you're just like, you know what? Yeah, I don't need to see what that version of me even does.
Yeah.
Look, I already know for a fact I'm very, very curious at what the multiverse of Nick's life is like. But I ain't gonna do but so much exploring.
I see something I don't like, and I'm like, that's not like you, Fury. What the hell?
Because I'm able to think back to a lot of key points in life where I made certain decisions, and I don't want to see what the alternative looked like. I don't want
got certain anchor points in your timeline.
Yeah. I don't want to see those other versions of me. I don't want to see them.
You got Nick with some shoulder length locks or something like that.
So, look. There is a version of me that probably lives in Tibet. I'm not even lying. I'm not even lying a little bit. There's probably a version of me that lives in Tibet. Like a whole ass monk, the whole 9 yards.
Yeah, that looked like Charlie Murphy did when they did the Time Raiders.
Yeah.
He's like, that might be one of your ancestors. They look over this one of his ancestors. with the patches.
Yeah.
So, I'm like, I guess I would be like Knief. I would just go ahead and I'm entertainment purposes.
Yeah.
Entertainment purposes. Look, hey, David Bowie playing. Well, you know what? David Bowie had a lot of people showing up. So I'm going to that concert as well.
Go check it out.
Oh, yeah.
Like, who are you seeing? Mike, Prince, and David Bowie. When? All this week. Probably tonight.
I'll be back in 5 minutes.
Right.
I go back and probably put to rest every Mandela effect that ever was. I'm like, look, I have a copy of it, Sinbad.
It exists.
And I got it. I got it from Blockbuster. I stole it.
Oh my God. Blockbuster.
Oh
what are you
man.
really gonna do if I don't rewind this?
Yeah, what do you
My younger self knows there's something happening behind that wall.
You really want to know. You really
that
want to
ain't
know.
Blockbuster. That's your local video store.
Mhm.
Hear that? Doom, doom. Why am I hearing music in the background? What is going on back there?
Like, Daddy, what's that? Dad, what's that room back there? You can't go back there, boy. Can't go back there.
The room with the beaded curtain.
Yeah. You can't go back there, boy.
Curious.
Can't go back there.
Oh,
All right, Dave, we're gonna let you get up out here in a second, man. First of all, shout out to you again, man. Shout out to OtakuNoir. I'm loving what y'all doing, man. Continued success. I wish nothing for y'all but just utmost, just elevation, upward, motivation, moving, continuing to grow, just thriving, man. I wish nothing but the best for y'all, man. I hope this goes on forever and ever and ever, for sure.
Thank you.
I'm pretty sure Chris echoes the same sentiments as I do.
Oh yeah, definitely. Once again, get your box now. You said this latest box, the Ozzy box.
The Ozzy box. This is the last week. The end of this month, end of August, is the last day to pre-order the box. And for those who have ordered the box, we are doing a raffle the beginning of September. So that way, we're giving away 2 prizes. The first is going to be an Ozzy, the Luffy Gear 5 Luffy T-shirt from Ozzy,
so let me go ahead
well
and get on
as
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Get on that. Let me get on that.
As well as the grand prize winner is going to get that T-shirt plus the Gear 5 tote from Leilani. I'm sure you guys seen that tote that she has. That's going to be one prize. The second prize, we're going to give away a second tote. So there's going to be 2 winners. So in order to be eligible for that contest, you got to buy one of the Ozzy boxes. You got until the end of this month to go ahead and plop down the 60 to pop to get one of the boxes.
Yeah, exactly.
Ozzy
So
boxes.
do yourself a favor. Please go to OtakuNoir.com, subscribe, and while you are there, please use promo code DYSG.
Yes. Use the promo code DYSG. Yes.
Get yourself a little something off.
And for
Because
those and for the cosplayers out there, we are still looking for cosplayers that want to submit their information, submit their photos to be possibly included in our 2025 cosplay calendar. We've gotten a lot of great submissions so far, but they have until the end of September to send us an email, info@otakunoir.com, or you can DM us if you have any particular questions in regards to how you can be a part of the calendar, what's required of you to submit. We just ask, send your best photos of you in cosplay. Tell us about yourself. You can DM it to us at OtakuNoir on Instagram. TikTok, it's OtakuNoir Collection. But yeah, just hit us up. We have until September, until the end of September to submit your cosplay.
Got it. So y'all better get on that, man. I want this cosplay calendar, as always, to be popping how it is every year. So y'all submit those photos, and let's make this one the best one yet. We're gonna hit you with a little bit of this, a little bit of that before you get up out of here, and then we're gonna wrap this thing up. So, my man, Hanif.
Yes.
PlayStation, Xbox, Nintendo, or PC?
Frag.
I would say right now it would be PlayStation.
All right. Android or iPhone?
Android.
Star Wars or Star Trek?
Trek.
Okay. Marvel or DC?
Marvel.
Dub or sub?
Ooh. I would probably say dubbed. That way I can still do stuff while I don't have to look at the screen and still do stuff. So dubbed.
That's the usual, most common answer. Coffee or tea?
Tea.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
Favorite
like coffee.
You live in New York and you don't like coffee?
Oh, coffee, as they say. Some of them say coffee with a W in there. No, I tea. I'll take some tea.
Got it. Okay. Favorite superhero and favorite villain?
I grew up on Spider-Man, so I'll say Spider-Man. Favorite villain? I don't know why. He's not a great villain, but I like Killer Croc. I don't know why. It's just
okay.
There's something different about him. Just a beast character. Really, he doesn't have to have these grandiose schemes. Just
hey, I respect that. I respect the off the beaten path selection.
Yeah.
So, you know, hey. Let's see here. Favorite nerd movie or nerd show?
Favorite nerd show? I would probably say Star Trek. No, sorry, not Star Trek. Stargate.
Okay.
SG-1. Movie. Terminator 2.
That's a solid ass pick.
Yeah, very solid.
That hurt me when he had to put himself in the fire. That hurt me.
Man, little me was not happy. I literally was like, but he taking himself out.
Real tears, boy. Real tears.
Like, he can still live. He can just know they don't have to kill himself. He'll be good. They can fix him.
Real tears, my
But
boy.
he broke the programming. He's not dead.
Like, you mean tell me he been all kind of shit and shot and all the movie? This is all it take? I don't like it, mommy.
Terminator 2. I could watch Terminator 2 every day of the week if I wanted. If I wanted to. That's one of those movies that's a favorite of mine.
It still holds. It still holds.
Oh yeah,
Lord, I just thought about. As Gen Xers, we have dealt with some traumatic nerd culture movies. Jesus Christ. Optimus, Atreyu, Terminator.
Oh, come on, man. See the early Jim Henson stuff like that, but the never ending story. Yeah, the trail.
I love that meme where it says, "So tell me where your childhood trauma started." Well, have you ever heard of luck dragons?
So for me, it was Dark Crystal. I couldn't mess with them Skeksis.
Oh my God!
Oh God!
So my parents knew that, and said they would laugh at me because I was scared of the Skeksis. So they would put the VHS on, and I would be running from this little screen.
When I say as a kid, as much as we were in the G1 Transformers, and we were so excited to go see that movie.
And you kill Optimus in the first 15.
Every kid in the neighborhood did not come outside the whole weekend. They were done. Done. They didn't want to. It was nothing to be. There was no consoling. And then we were confused by Monday because we're just like, wait.
He's on TV again.
I'm confused. Here go my mom. You're not going outside to play? Nah, nobody's outside playing today. By 8 p.m., everybody was just, we're going back home. We're just going to watch TV and go to bed.
You don't play Transformers?
Nah,
not anymore.
Not today, Mama. Not today.
Are you sick? Sort of.
I don't know. I think I'm gonna go still get some cigarettes, some milk. You need anything?
Look, when they did Transformers live action and Optimus dies again, I'm sitting in the theater with my wife like,
yeah, whatever. I've seen this before.
They did it again. My wife's like, I was like, they did it again.
What's crazy is like, even when it comes to like deaths, like okay, like going into Infinity War, we all knew what the fuck was gonna happen.
Yeah.
And I didn't tell my family on purpose because they never read, Infinity Gauntlet, the comic and everything. They never read that stuff. Neither did my son. So I kind of had a feeling which characters were going to die. And I knew Spidey was going to be one of them. And I purposely didn't tell my son. So the fact when we start hearing Mr. Stark, and my son at the time was like maybe 9, and he was like, no. And then he just turns at me and looks at me with his eyes all welled up like.
And this is the beginning of his villain arc.
And I'm like, I'm sorry. You're gonna have to learn. You're gonna have to sit through this.
Yeah, there was nothing like the collective. What the?
When Black Panther,
we was like, oh, my wife was like, I ain't never heard my wife cuss that much.
Listen, there were children sobbing, uncontrollably sobbing the day when my family went, and everyone's looking at me like I did the shit. Like, why did you tell us? I'm like, if I had told you, you wouldn't have believed me anyway.
Now, granted, we knew that they would come back. However, that didn't hurt any less. It did.
Yeah.
No.
Not to mention, if I had told you, would you have enjoyed Captain Sam? Would you have enjoyed that scene
Still
a
get
little
chills.
less? You would have enjoyed it a little less if you knew it was gonna come. You had to get hit with the trauma. So therefore, when the grand return happened,
On your
it
left.
was that much better.
You're elated. It's like Deadpool and Wolverine. When you finally see that moment,
Yeah.
the mask come down, you're just like, I've waited 20 years and it is worth it.
Yeah.
By the way, DC, they proved that white eyes work. Just
they do. The white eyes work.
Just saying, DC. They prove white eyes work. Would you rather be loved or feared?
Loved.
Got it. Best piece of advice you've ever received?
Best piece of advice I received, probably from my dad. Now I'm trying to remember which was the good advice he gave me. You'll always live forever with your good works that you do.
I like that. Favorite curse word?
Shit.
You're on death row. What's your last meal?
It's gonna have to be medium rare steak, mac and cheese, collard greens, and a bean pie.
He said, y'all gonna get all this action when I die. Yeah. All this action. Like, what is that? Everything. Everything.
I like that. What's your most prized possession?
It's a tough choice. I would probably say I got an autographed boxing glove, Muhammad Ali boxing glove.
Ooh.
I had some Stan Lee comics signed, but I think I still have them. I'm not even sure where they are, but I had like the Black Panther #1 signed, or the first appearance of the symbiote suit signed by Stan Lee and stuff like that. Those things. But yeah, I think the boxing glove, my dad got me that one. So the signed boxing glove from Muhammad Ali.
That's dope.
Yeah,
that's dope.
I'd go with that one.
Yeah.
One anime or one comic book for the rest of your life. What would you pick?
Anime. I gotta name the anime, or this is
yeah. What's the anime?
Samurai Champloo. I love the mix of the hip hop and the feudal Japanese culture in it. The music is awesome. The story is fine. I just wish it was a second season. Like many animes, you just wish there was a second season.
Yeah. All right. Last question. You have $1 million and 1 hour, one place to spend it. What you gonna pick?
$1 million in 1 hour, and what?
And you got to spend it in one place. Where you gonna spend it?
Like Brewster's Millions here.
Exactly that.
Spend as much.
I got an answer for that too. You're gonna love it.
I'd probably say at a convention. I'd probably at like a San Diego Comic-Con or something like that. Just
easily blow $1 million.
Like a convention.
You'll wipe that out.
Yeah, just sideshow collectibles.
That's it.
That's all. I'm gonna get like the life-size thing of a xenomorph and a predator. Mount the xenomorph like on the ceiling, something like that. That's $1 million gonna go quick.
Now, granted, you still gonna have about $500,000 left.
Bruce's Millions. Okay, so I gotta find expensive.
just stay there at Sideshow Collectible. You were just like, you know what? That does look good. I'll have that.
Listen, I know the line from Mr. Hamill is long, but I have like 6 minutes left. Can we hurry this shit along?
Okay, so if it's not San Diego Comic-Con, then I'd probably say what the Consumer Electronics Show. Those are some expensive items in there. I'll go with
Yes.
that. Yeah.
CES gets it's not really slept on. But yeah, CES, you gonna clean house.
Yeah, we'll get one of those hover bikes they probably got there for $500,000, and one of those ridiculously large TV screens or something like that.
You know how Jonathan Majors and Michael B. Jordan was standing up there at the stage, and I'll have that.
I like that. All right, my man, Mr. Hanif, thank you so much, sir. I appreciate your time. I appreciate your work. I appreciate everything that you're doing, man. One more time for the one time. Hanif, where can they find you and what you do? And how can they participate?
They can pick up a mystery box at OtakuNoir.com, OtakuNoir.com. Use the promo code DYSG to get a discount on any items on our website, whether it's minifigs, mystery boxes, mini cereal boxes, t-shirts, anything and everything is available.
That's what's up. Shout out to my co-host, Chris Fury. Thank you again, my mans.
Always my cousin.
Appreciate you. Where can they find you and what you got going on, my boy?
You can just go to @BlerdSeyeView on IG, and you'll find that link in the bio. I'll send you to all the places, including the YouTube channel. We will be returning September 10th. Ship launches, brand new season, same crew, more laughs, and all that other stuff. The answer to that $1 million question, now that I have found out, there's several full store Toys R Us in Canada. And Canada now has 3 things that I enjoy. Ryan Reynolds, Nathan Fillion, and Toys R Us.
I agree with that. Me personally, my place that I would pick, it would be Amazon.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's pretty much, you can get everything you want from Amazon.
Everything. I got 1 hour spending on Amazon. Bet.
Look, when Toys R Us was down here in the States, I was in there for over an hour. So it's nothing.
Yeah.
Like, $1 million, just the hour, I got that locked in. What are you talking? That's light work.
You know what's crazy though? Now I'm thinking about it. I might just play around with the app one day just to see if I can put $1 million worth of shit in my cart.
Just make sure you don't click buy now.
Of course not. But I'm just gonna see if they'll if you get to a certain point where they say, "Hey, you have this much in your cart. Are you sure?"
Oh my goodness!
Those warehouse workers are gonna hate you. See that order come in.
Let's go to the same address.
I'm like, why do we need all the trucks?
It's just lines up and down the block, all up and down the block. You too, huh? Yeah, same house.
All right, people. For those of you who have joined us late, sorry you missed out on the great live, but this has been DYSG Live. On behalf of myself, the man on the wall, Chris Fury, and our esteemed guest, Hanif from OtakuNoir, I'd like to tell you all, if you're going to have issues, make sure they're variants. And as always, people, live to play to win to live. We speak geek. Do you speak geek? Take care, people. Have a good night.